we've been talking about meditation and how that has to be a part of our lives. And of course, it raises the question of the medical input and the medical impact of meditation. Why don't you start? Tell me a little bit about what it means physiologically and medically for somebody to meditate.
Well, I think that from the medical standpoint, the physiology, the medical science is pretty clear. And we know today that the stress hormones, which start either in the adrenal glands or the brain, do a whole bunch of bad things.
The cortisol, right?
Dopamine, cortisol, norepinephrine, epinephrine. And so the stress and the waves that Bob was talking about and that Pat and Ariana were talking about, and everyone in this room knows, does bad things to us from the head down. And I don't think that we can be in a room with this many women with this level of a nationally renowned cardiologist without acknowledging that heart disease is the #1 killer of women. Do women manifest stress differently, like Ariana was saying, from a medical standpoint and a hormonal standpoint? Absolutely. And with 1 in 3 women dying of heart disease, we need to take this seriously. And as a women's health specialist that treats the whole woman, not just the ovaries and the uterus, that has to start from the head and the heart. So
let's move along to the heart then, because I thought what was really interesting is that if you go to the American Heart Association's website, they actually have something you can click on, a whole department there about meditation and heart health. I thought that was pretty significant.
So this is amazing. Since 2013, the American Heart Association put out a scientific statement that said transcendental meditation is the only proven form of meditation to reduce blood pressure. And as a doctor or as a clinician, transcendental meditation is the only thing that is prescribable for stress reduction. One of the things that I talk about often is the risk factors. We know the general basic deal: blood pressure, cholesterol, smoking, diabetes, obesity, family history. But that piece of stress, we know recently, has a huge impact on women's hearts, more so than men. We know how to give medication, we know how to tell people to exercise, we know how to tell people to diet, but until 2013, we never could exactly tell people how to manage their stress. And it's an important, hugely important part of dealing with women's hearts. The one point that I want to make, since 1986, more women died of heart disease than men. Guess what happened in 1986? That's when more women entered the workforce. That's when women entered the workforce just as much as men. So when we look at the lifestyle issues, when we talk about does stress really have an impact, clearly, we got to talk about the juggling act. We have to talk about the leaning in, the leaning out, and all of that, because it makes a difference. And now we have something to say, here's what we can give you. Here's a tool that you can have that can help reduce the stress.
And you're seeing a difference with your patients?
Absolutely.